Today I am going to tell you a story. The story is about the deer and the crow and the fox. A deer and a crow were good friends. At daybreak, each would go his own way in search of food. They would meet in the evening and share their experiences of each day. They would also come to each other's aid in, in times of need. The crow would bring news of fields green with the grass, and the deer would carry the crow on her back to distant lake for a drink of water. The crow would warm the deer when hunters are around. The deer would bring twigs and dry leaves to build the crow's nest. There was a fox who did not like the friendship between the two. Actually, the fox wanted the deer to be killed. He then would have the livings for himself, but the crow was always there to protect the deer. Cunningly, the fox made a plan of making friends with the deer by some bait. Away from the crow, one day the fox met the deer at once began, "Hello, my dear friend, how are you doing?" "Fine," answered the deer. It did not stop to talk. The fox followed. Actually, the fox continued, "As a neighbor, I take it as my duty to let you know that I can take you to some fields of barley you'd like the taste." Back home, the deer spoke to the crow about the fox's offer. The crow was strongly against it. The fox, however, renewed his offer day after day. Then one day, against the crow's advice, the deer accompanied the fox to the fields of barley. The first few days passed smoothly. The deer had its fill, and the crow had not been told anything. Soon after, the farmers, incensed by the damage of their crops, had set a trap, and the deer got caught in the net. The fox saw the course of events from a distance and returned to its lair highly pleased. The crow was worried when the deer did not come back home in the evening. It went out in search of his missing friend as soon as the day broke. Finally, discovering his trap in the net, it went near him and rebuked him for disregarding his advice. Then the crow muttered something to the ears of his friend. The deer nodded his head in assent. The crow then perched upon a branch of a tree nearby. It noticed the fox waiting for grand feast. Late in the morning, the farmers came. True to the crow's advice, the deer now went dead. Coming close to it, one of the farmers shouted out, "Oh, it's already dead." Ignoring it, they proceeded with undoing of the net. The crow watched them closely. When the deer was totally free of the net, the crow got. The deer heard the signal, got up fast, and ran off. The farmers were taken aback. One of them was carrying a heavy stick to win the net on. He hurled it with all his might. It missed the deer, but it hit the fox right on the head. The fox died then and there. The deer and the crow reunited after a shocking experience. Moral of the story: never accept a stranger's imitation. Thank you.